Hello, my name is Nick Armentrout, and I'm visiting with you today from the American Solar Grazing Association. Our mission, that of the American Solar Grazing Association, is to support and promote solar grazing by identifying best practices, creating network systems for the exchange of ideas and innovation, and providing educational materials that help to facilitate the connection between solar developers and grazers. What is solar grazing? We're asked. Really, it's just um, one of the most recent applications of a long practice tradition of in the United States, which we refer to as targeted grazing or prescribed grazing. It is essentially manipulating and directing animal activity, animal behavior, animal impact for beneficial environmental outcomes. Specifically, what this looks like in the United States is that it is the use of ruminants, small ruminants, especially sheep, notably, to maintain and provide a service to vegetative control on renewable energy, solar energy projects. Um, we are an organization, a nationwide organization. We also have members internationally. We were begun by farmers and grazers who saw the opportunity to deploy sheep in fenced solar energy projects in the middle 2000s, around 2015, 16, and 17 in the United States. And then our organization really launched in 2018. Flash forward to this year, we are over 900 members strong. 50% of our member base is comprised by farmers. And also, as I mentioned, solar developers and researchers and supporters of this work. What are some of the advantages of solar grazing and grazing in targeted grazing in solar sites? One a quick answer is sheep don't throw rocks and don't damage equipment the way that mechanical machinery has the potential to. So while sheep grazing is not necessarily a more affordable or cheaper maintenance control, when you look at the curtailed potential for damages to the site by using grazers versus machinery, grazing becomes a superior strategy. Vegetation planted on the solar orchard floor is one of the best strategies for controlling stormwater and water quality, um, trying to keep any runoff or erosion from polluting the local watershed. And so vegetation is put in place on the orchard floor. That vegetation then needs to be controlled, needs to be maintained. While that can be done using mechanical controls, machinery, tractors, mowers, it also can be done using grazers. And then in the process, of course, there's an opportunity for those grazers, when properly managed, to actually enhance the vegetation and also the potential for improved soil health and function in the process, way more than a mechanical control or mowing machinery can provide. So we are very excited about the potential in the United States, and solar grazing as a practice has grown exponentially. You're hearing me speak a lot about sheep. A note on that. We are biased towards sheep. The reason we are biased towards sheep at this moment in time is because sheep are the easiest to rapidly deploy in existing solar sites uh, because of their smaller stature and their more placid disposition generally. They're easiest to deploy in solar sites without a lot of modification to the way that sites are engineered, installed, and constructed. We are hopeful as an organization to see more diversity in livestock servicing and maintaining and benefiting from access to solar sites. It would be remarkable in the near future to actually be able to see multi-species grazing and benefit from all the different behaviors, um, animal behaviors, and interest in browsing and grazing combined in the same sites. In the United States, the farmer, the grazer, is paid to deploy their sheep and manage their sheep within the solar facility. That absolutely has helped to attract the attention of farmers and bring them into the mix. It is also absolutely one of the reasons why uh, it is a hopeful support for agriculture in the United States and elsewhere. Some of the research that I find very exciting that's coming from firsthand results of grazing on solar in Australia is the benefit for improved wool production, both in pounds sheared and length of fiber. And we're learning that perhaps the fenced, protected, shaded solar sites can be beneficial for the decreased stress that grazers experience in the site. Less heat stress, less predator pressure. These can impact perhaps wool quality profiles. We recently released information from a multi-year research project with the U.S. National Renewable Energy Laboratory that helped us conduct a census of solar grazing in the United States. Our preliminary results, and they're still preliminary, indicate that there are over 100,000 acres of solar sites being grazed, predominantly with sheep, around 80,000 sheep in the United States. Those are big numbers. Those 100,000 acres represent approximately 1/5 of the total ground installed, what they call ground mount solar facilities in the US. And those approximate 80,000 sheep that are being employed is about 1.5% of the current US sheep flock. So while the US sheep industry has suffered, it has lagged behind competing industries like beef and swine. This is absolutely a bright spot for the industry and a bright spot for, in general, agriculture and pastoralism. We are, as an organization, the American Solar Grazing Association, we have a very accessible and informative website with resources that are available to your listeners and audience. We welcome your participation. We welcome your questions. We are set up as a website platform to provide a lot of baseline information to help, again, grow use of the strategy, grow the overall global industry, and also develop best practices. So we welcome and look forward to hearing from your audience. With that said, I will say good day and wish you the very best. And thank you for the opportunity to speak with Agri TV.